good evening. Welcome to Wagwan Tour. So we're here with Billy. He's an entertainer on the island of Tenerife, and we're just going to do a quick interview, and we're also going to film his act as well. So maybe you know who he is. If not, this is a good chance to get to know him. So Billy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, well, my name's Billy Porter, and I've been a comedian in Scotland for 40 years, but in the last nearly 17 years here in Tenerife, and so far so good. It seems to work. They keep coming. It's packed nearly every night I'm on, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
So we've seen Billy quite a few times on our visits to the island. What made you choose Tenerife?
Oh, that's a good question. No idea. Me and my partner at the time were trying to sell the house in 2008, and my ex-partner still owns the house. Big long story. So we moved away to here to try it, see if it would work, and it worked. So didn't have to go back. So stayed here 17 years now. Got married here. Me and a hubby. 26 years together. 11 years married this July.
Well, congratulations on that. Would you ever go back to the UK?
No.
Yeah, we won't need to delve into that. So what made you get into comedy? What made you decide that you wanted to do initially sort of stand up and entertain in the comedy realm?
Well, I used to work. My first job was working in Fine Fair, which is a big supermarket, before you were born. Then I was in Gateway, then Asda. But all my life I've always told jokes. I've just always, in company or in bars, I told jokes.
Yeah.
And then my mother used to sing in bars, pubs and clubs in Glasgow. And she still sings, she's 91. And a guy, a keyboard player guy said, "Would you compare a show?" And I'm like, "What?" I said, "No." And he's like, "Well, all you need to do is just introduce, ladies and gentlemen, and in between it, tell one of the jokes you tell at the table." No.
Yeah.
And then the next day I thought, nobody knows me there, where this was going to be. And I did it. And the next day I was helping tidy up, and people were saying, "That boy was really funny, that boy was really good." It's me.
And you're like, "That's me." Yeah.
And I got paid £100 40 years ago. That was a lot of money. So I started doing it for £25 per night. Then it got a wee bit better and wee bit better. And then I chucked my job when I was 23 and started doing it full time, and I've been doing it, and I'm now 64. With toothless, by the way, toothless. My tooth fell out on Friday, just so you know.
So you kind of was always funny anyway, so it was something that came naturally to you, but someone sort of made you realise that actually this could be a career. So before that, did you have any kind of ambitions to do anything else? Was there kind of like path you were on?
No, I just thought I was going to be a supermarket. I was a provisions manager, and I was a really big manager in Asda.
Yeah.
But I didn't really like it. But I think, money for talking. So we'll try this, and it's always worked. And it still amazes me. I pinch myself thinking, there's people that come from Sunderland. They come from Sunderland. I met them maybe 2008, 2009, I think, and they still come and see me here. But there was one time when they came here for 2 weeks, and at that time I worked 5 nights per week.
Yeah.
They came watched, so they've seen me 10 times. Then I was going back to do Glasgow to do some shows, and they'd already been to Sunderland, got the train up, stayed overnight in a hotel, and paid £35 each to see me. But they'd already seen me 10 nights in a row, and I'm like, what? We just love it, Billy. We love it. It's funny every time. That was me, Newcastle, not Sunderland.
So that must be quite flattering for you to realise that people actually are drawn to you. Like I said, we've seen you quite a few times. When we come to the island, we always try to sort of like see you. So do you find you have like a lot of repeat audience, a lot of people that come back particularly for you?
Yeah, I mean, most of the people are from Scotland, but then there is a lot of English people, and I'll say this one especially when it's going out all over. The English people say, "It's so funny," he says, "because you say what you like. In the UK you can't say bloody nothing now, nothing, and you come here and you're so unpolitically correct, it's beep, amazing."
Yeah. I was actually going to say, so has comedy changed in your opinion from when you sort of started out to what it is today? Do you find you have to filter a little bit more, or are you just how you've always been?
Nothing, absolutely no filter at all. And I usually say at my show, if there's anybody in from the PC police, piss off. And that's not what I say. And the audience usually join in and say, "What do we tell the PC people?" And they say, "Oh."
What is the highlights of living in Tenerife? Because obviously me and Kirk love the island. It's somewhere that we always gravitate towards, and for me it kind of feels like a home from home. Obviously now you've made it your home. Can you see yourself ever going anywhere else, or is this final for you?
This would definitely be home for me, and I love it because I play paddle 9 times per week, and not too bad for an old man of 64, which is a really tough game if you've never watched it. It's like tennis and squash, and it's amazing. And I love it when I play the little Spanish boys at 20 and they look at me and go, and then they're speaking Spanish because I don't speak much Spanish, even though I've lived here a long time, find it too difficult. And they say, oh, like, we'll kill him. Then we beat them 6-11 and they go, oh.
And you're just like,
hello, I might be old, but I can run and I can play.
So do you find it's quite more active out here? Because obviously back home we find, especially during the winter months, everyone just kind of works, goes home, and that's pretty much it, eat, sleep, repeat. Do you find out here there's a lot more sort of interaction, people just actually kind of being out and about?
Yeah, and imagine we've got a fabulous social life.
Yeah.
We go out for meals, but you can sit outside almost all the time. I mean, at the moment it's a bit chilly at night, but then you can sit inside the restaurant, but most of the time you're sitting outside. Then people play tennis, people play golf, people play paddle. We've got a massive circle of friends that play sport. My husband plays football twice a week. He plays on a Tuesday and a Thursday football.
Yeah, there's volleyball. Yeah.
I mean, it's got everything, and there's millions of bars, and they're building and building and building. It's just amazing.
Yeah. No, it is a lot better here. Like we were saying, just like the cycling, and then you've got the sort of Mount Tade, you've got the north, you've got here. So there's so much to do. Do you island hop? Do you sort of find yourself going to any of the other Canary Islands?
I've only ever been. Before I moved to Tenerife, we used to go to Gran Canaria because there's a big, massive gay community. There isn't really a massive, well, it's a very, very small gay community here. Yeah. And because we're married, we never go anywhere. But we went there then, and we did our honeymoon on La Gomera. That was our honeymoon.
Was it nice?
It was lovely. It was a beautiful hotel, but I've only ever been there once.
Okay.
For the honeymoon. I'm still on the pill.
You can come off it now. I think it's okay. And we've done Gran Canaria and we really liked it, and we did notice that as well. So we went to, what's the area called? Yumbo. And yeah, like you said, absolutely massive community there, really fantastic. Do you ever think, because it is literally 45 minutes by plane, to do any gigs out there, or are you pretty much Tenerife?
No, I mean, I love it the way, because I arranged with the people that I work for now, which they own Princess Di, Joe and Dean Bull, they own Princess Di, but because of the problem with the building, they're renting this one, the old lodge that we're in tonight, but they've been renting that for almost a year now, because we're not going to be reopening Princess Di. Well, it's totally refurbished, brand new, everything, new stage, new light, everything's going to be brand new, which will be amazing. I've got a contract with them, so I can't work for anybody else, but I arrange that, because lots of people, I can guarantee you, people will phone me, Billy, can you work here, can you work? Yeah. Sorry, you can't, I've got a contract. But I keep slipping into your accent, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Habit.
Absolutely fine. I wish I could do your accent, but...
Yeah, we Scottish one.
I'm not going to try.
But I said to him, I'd like to work exclusively for someone.
Yeah.
And then he made me an offer, and I went, that's exactly what I want.
And like you said, then people know exactly where you are, where to find you, what nights, and there's no confusion or anything. Yeah. And it's nice to have that security as well. Yeah. Does your partner sort of do any comedies? Is he funny?
No. Plays football. Plays football and works. He helps you organising people's like apartments and things like that. So that's what he does. So and he loves football, and he loves paddle and sport.
So polar opposites then. Okay. You're the funny one. Also, obviously being on the island, there's quite a lot of acts and a lot of sort of drag acts and anything. Did you ever think about going down the sort of singing, entertainment side, or was it always just comedy?
I do a little bit of singing, but I'm not a singer. But when I sing, I'll possibly do a song tonight to let your people know.
We know the words. I won't say it on here.
Oh no, but I'll do one of my Frank Sinatra songs tonight, just to show that I can sing. But I prefer just to do comedy.
So that's always been your sort of passion.
But the other night, it was Monday night, I did an hour and a half solid, and I didn't even sing because I was like, God, it's time's up and time is up. So then I did my little funny song and my shang-a-lang that I always finish with.
Okay.
And that was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And that's, for me, can be easy. If the audience are good, I'll just keep going.
And is there anything you want to let the audience know? Because I know sometimes you have your merchandise and you have your videos at the end. Is there anywhere that we can, if you don't have the luxury of coming to see you in Tenerife, where people can get a little snippet of your...
Well, there used to be, but the gentleman that used to film me, they stopped doing it, so they haven't done it for quite a long time now. So, but you never know. Maybe somebody that's got cameras wants to come and film me and sell them. I don't know, but you never know.
We never know. Yeah.
When you move here, you could be my camera.
Let's put it out in the universe. Manifest.
So your theme tune, where did you get that from?
Well, it's funny. I used to work with a keyboard player called Robert Wishart, and he was the one that put that together one time. He's gay, he's bent, his arse is up for rent, and it works so well because the audience just join in, they sing it, and then sometimes when I don't want them to sing it, they're like, he's gay, he's bent, and they just keep singing it, and it just became my theme tune. So
he's the mastermind behind it, and you've made it your own. Do you still work with him?
I've not worked with him for years, but because I worked with quite a few keyboard players, and I was recently back doing a couple of shows in the UK and Glasgow with Donny Finlay. I worked for him for nearly the 40 years. He was my favourite because we bounced off each other. Yeah. He's like quite a large chap, so I would call him a fat person, and he would call me a puff, and it just be the banter was fabulous. Yeah. So I was back working with him just 2 weeks ago, and it was just amazing, and the audience bought tickets and paid good money to go and see me, and you can see me for almost free here. They have a reservation fee now because they need to because people say they're reserving and then don't come, so if you're having to pay, they come, you get a free drink with that, and then you guaranteed your seat and get to see the show. So it works.
So that's good to know. And how much is that for?
It's €10.
That's not bad.
But that includes your drink, so if you're drinking a drink at $6.50 or $7.50, whatever it is, then it's only a couple of pounds for your seat.
And I think it's worth it. Is there any future dates coming up for UK for this year?
No. I don't like going back. The guy that persuaded me, he twisted my arm a lot. Right, okay, I'll come.
So other than that, you're staying here for the whole rest of the year?
Yes. Apart from going to Turkey. To get me tea.
Turkey.
Next time you see me, I'll have a sink.
There we go. We'll update you for that then. I'm going to ask you a question. I think we sort of covered it, but we did have a question from one of the viewers. This is Marie Alton, and she would like to know what would have been your your job if it wasn't performing in Tenerife. Do you think you would have really stayed at Asda?
Oh, definitely not.
I don't think you would have.
Definitely not. No, I couldn't even think. It's just always been that. It's just, or possibly a professional badminton player, because I love badminton. Loved it. And I played really well. I didn't start till I was 32, but I played really good level. And my husband was fantastic at.
So you could have been.
We played it here for a short time, and then we moved because people weren't good enough here. So then we moved to tennis, played that, and then during COVID, I picked up paddle, and I'm just addicted. If you've never played paddle, try it. You'll be addicted. And I know people that are in their 80s that play it, so age doesn't come into it. Yeah, you can still play.
Well, he's a big tennis player, so I know that we're not here for very long, unfortunately. But the next time we come, you'll have to play paddle with him because he enjoys.
Love it. Yeah. I mean, if you play a racket sport, it's a toddle.
Yeah.
It just because when you're used to playing tennis and the ball's past you, I've lost it. But no, you hit it off the back wall, you hit it off the side wall, you hit it off two walls.
Got everything.
It's amazing. All these wee different things come into it.
Yeah. And do you play inside or outside? Is it in like an inside?
It's outside, but it's in like a cage with glass. Okay. So it's a cage at both sides, and at the side, at the back, and the back, it's glass. Yeah. And some places it's a wall.
Right, okay.
But it's amazing.
And there's lots of places around here that you can go?
Millions. It's massive in Spain. It'll be the biggest sport, in the next few years, it'll be the biggest sport in the world.
There we
because
go, you heard it from Billy.
The Liverpool team have got paddle in their grounds, because my husband supports Liverpool. And then he says all the players they've got a court in their ground.
So
Andy Murray, he invested about 18 million or something apparently in paddle, because it's just everybody loves it.
So it's an up and coming sport. So
and if you're in Glasgow, you can't get a court. It's so busy.
Really?
So there's another sport, pickle. Is it called pickle? What is that? I've noticed it.
Well, I've watched it, and I don't fancy it because it looks like the ball that you play golf with all the holes in it, and it makes a horrible sound. and it just sounds awful to me. And I've got a friend who's the best physiotherapist in the world who lives in Newcastle, Dorothy Collingston. She's amazing. If you ever get a problem and you're in Newcastle, go see Dorothy Collingston. Amazing. She tells me that she hates the sport, but she loves it because she gets so much money with people who get injured through playing pickleball.
Right.
That's what she's told me. She said the amount of people that come in, because it's different, because a tennis ball comes out this and a paddle comes out the same, but the pickles, it's different, and then you go for it, you twist something, you hurt your back, you hurt.
Right, so it's a bit more of a...
I'm not even going to try it.
Okay, so pickleball, if you kind of don't care about your body and you want to see a physiotherapist, do pickleball. Sorry, we only have one mic, I'm going to get a second one. What's your favourite cuisine being in Tenerife? What do you gravitate towards? Because there's so many different restaurants and competition. We find there's always new restaurants popping up. At the moment, where do you go? What's your little best kept secret?
Oh, well, my favourite restaurant up until the last maybe 9 months, we're still going, it's one of our favourites, Thai Botanico at the Safari Centre. I love it, and the service is excellent, food excellent, always. But we found very near here in San Eugenio, it's called Zena. It's an Italian restaurant. And I hate to say this, but I used to look at it and think, that's a dump. It just looked horrible, because I used to play tennis and paddle, looking up at it thinking, it just doesn't look anything. Somebody took us during COVID, and we've been going ever since, but see, in the last year, I've had the best meal ever in my lifetime.
Wow.
15 times in a row at the same place.
That's good though.
They do, I think, with pork cheeks on top of sweet potato with a gravy. It's the most stunning thing you've ever ate in your life. Followed by Rossini steak covered in foie gras to die for, and apple strudel homemade, the best you've ever had. I don't work for them, I'm just telling you, the best meal you've ever had.
You might need a free meal now, just saying. So where was that again, Billy?
Zena in San Eugenio. It's amazing, it's absolutely amazing. You'll see reviews on I put it on Facebook all the time because it's so good.
So he's already endorsing it. So check that out if you are looking for somewhere to eat on the island. So we're going to let Billy get on, and we are going to film his act. If you aren't aware of his entertaining and comedic skills, we will film it today, so please check it out because he is hilarious. And if you are on the island, I really do recommend checking him out. And he plays every
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10:30 at the Old Lodge in Puerto until Princess Di reopens, hopefully end of May, beginning of June. And if you're easily offended, stay away.
Thank you so much for your time tonight, Billy. Cheers.
Lovely.
Thank you.
I've got a husband, so have I. Me and my husband have been married now in July 11 years. 26 years together, 11 married, but I'm still on the pill. Well, I don't even trust condoms. I will not have sex unless I'm wearing a marigold glove. Your wee swimmers, oh hello.